Hey leadership team, this is Jed here with a quick video blast. Looking forward to being together tomorrow. And just wanted to let you know how I'm doing. Just got back from Alaska and I was with Andrew for 8 days, probably one of the best weeks of my life. Just to be with Andrew and to see him with new eyes and to appreciate who God has made him to be. Our relationship just went so much deeper. It was also wonderful just to talk to him a little bit about what he has to look forward to as he leaves his childhood behind, as he becomes more and more of a man. And just to coach him along the way and celebrate who God has made him. What I'm really encouraged is it does feel like we're at that place as a church. We're really settling into our relationship. We're enjoying what's happening. We're moving forward, and there's a lot to celebrate. Today, I wanted to talk about the things that I'm seeing as a pastor. I'm going to break it into green, yellow, and red. And so what are the green things that I'm seeing? What are the green lights? Where are we moving forward fast? I would say that our vision is more... it's more dynamic, it's more compelling. We are seeing our vision come to life in more ways than we have ever seen before. Along with this video blast, I'm sending you just a document of all the things that the Harvest Ridge family has said about the way that God is using this church's vision to inspire them as they live into a relationship with God. And so I'm really thankful for that. We started a new sermon series last week. Originally, I was going in a different direction, but just listening to some of the feedback I've gotten from you as a leadership team, we've turned and moved into a new direction, just focusing on what it means to be a soul and accept that, and how our soul can lead us and guide us. How we can nurture our soul, how we can protect our soul. And the response on Sunday was just wonderful. So thank you again just for your input. And I do listen, and I do try to make adjustments as to what I'm hearing. So thank you for that good suggestion. I think another green light is that we are just closing in on the finish line with our branding product. And Missy is going to be presenting what the branding looks like. And I think we have cracked the code on how to help people understand what they're seeing and how this image really truly reflects the vision of Harvest Ridge. And so I just came out of an administrative meeting, and we just showed what the image looks like, as well as an explanation of the image. And it was just so wonderful to see the reaction. Two people that didn't even know we were in the branding process looked at it. They were able to see the different pieces. They were able to read the description. And they didn't say, oh, this is great, I like it. What they said is, I love it, because they could see the vision of Harvest Ridge in an image. So I'm excited to share that with you. So is Missy. Another huge win for us is PCO. We have finally discovered someone that can help us in our data management. Several months ago, we asked one of our administrators to look back at Harvest Ridge and to discover who has come in the last 5 years, who those people are. We asked to discover who has left and why they left. We wanted to know who's left just because of life stage and maybe they moved, who has drifted away from the church, and who has left because of a difficult decision. And this is the data, this is the documents. It took them hours and hours of going through directories and coming through. I'll share this information on Wednesday with you. But Carol Hester and Duke Hester are going to be leading us into this next chapter of managing our data so that we can see trends, so that we can keep current, so that multiple people can use the same program at the same time, so that we can be tracking where we've been and where we're going, so that we can be a more data-driven church. So we're always going to be prayer-driven, but we also want to know what the numbers tell us. Here's a great example. So in our staff meeting, the question was asked, when is it time to run another Congo Kids opportunity so that Harvest Ridge can have the opportunity of adopting a Congo kid? And my question was, well, who is new to the church? And so we ran it again in October. Last October, we ran Congo Kids. So who is new and who at Harvest Ridge has already adopted a Congo kid? Well, we actually have no idea on some of those, and it would take us a long time to figure out the answer to that question. We'd have to do a lot of counting and going through directories and guessing. And anyway, this PCO, this program, will help us. And Carol and Duke, their job is to focus on this one thing and this one thing alone. They'll be working with the staff. They'll be working with the administrative staff. They'll be working with the financial team, just seeing how this program can be a gift to them. They'll be working with the worship team. So just really excited about it. Carol said today in our meeting, this just rings my chimes. I mean, it's funny. She said, when you said that I had an opportunity to do data management, I almost jumped across the table and gave you a big hug, which I thought, wow, I would have never guessed that someone would have those kinds of passions and gifts, that they would want to give me a big hug because I introduced data management. Anyway, that's the season that we're in. I'm excited because our new members, every time I turn around, they're getting plugged in. I see them in the office counting money. I see them working with Ken on the finance team. I see them signing up to be children's worship leaders. And so we're really thankful. So there are some yellow lights that I see that are blinking. I would say RSM is not a red light anymore, but I think it's a yellow light. Kyle has been working hard. He's been meeting with parents. He's been asking great questions. We've seen an increase in attendance, an increase in engagement. And so I would say that that's a yellow light that's blinking. We want to continue to encourage Kyle and encourage our church to support this ministry. Another yellow light, I just look at all the activity that's happening from hospitality to properties and children's, all the people that it requires to keep all these ministries going. And there are some teams that I think are a little bit tired, they're fatigued. And so I see that we need to continue to support and encourage our team leaders. So another yellow light, this was a green light a couple months ago. We welcomed 16 new members, 16 new families. That same week, I discovered that the Fentons were leaving. Jason Jennings and his family are leaving. They want to be part of a church that is closer to their home so that Ashton has friends that are attending their church. And then there was another family that said, yeah, we might be looking around because we want a church where everyone is happy and everyone is growing. So if they find that church, that would be great. So it's just interesting to know that people continue to come and that also people continue to go. 10%, we can expect 10% of our population to be shrinking every year because people just move or people leave or people's needs change. And so we've got to be growing at a much rapid rate, more than 10%. And so I'm excited that we're launching Harvest Ridge tonight. Again, this is a huge endeavor, but this is what churches that are looking at attracting the community are really needing to do, offering lots of options because people have different needs. So I would say Harvest Ridge tonight is a blinking yellow light. It's requiring a lot of us. I'm very optimistic, and I think we're way ahead of schedule in terms of our planning. But I don't want to give it the green light until it launches and everyone looks around and can say, look at what God is doing. So we'll know more about this tomorrow night. So a few red lights. As you know, the Fentons are leaving, and we're really looking forward to identifying the hospitality person that was going to take point with Harvest Ridge tonight. Scott's out of the picture. I've been asking people and recruiting people, and I have not found that team leader. So if you could be thinking and praying about who that could be, that would be great. Our admin team has a job description, and they have an outline of what he did. So they've done some good work, but we still need to find that person to say yes. Aesthetics. It's blinking red because right now nothing is moving and nothing is changing. Missy and I did have a conversation with Kim Schott, and she seems eager to explore what that looks like, but then she's been out of town for 2 weeks, so we don't know if she said yes. If she says yes, we put this into the yellow or green light category, but right now it's just at a standstill. And I think my other red light that is blinking is just leadership team members. Again, I'm not overly concerned, but I am concerned because as I'm talking to people, as I'm thinking through the directory, as I'm praying, I don't see a lot of people that are raising their hands saying, I would love to be a leadership team member. And knowing that we have three gifted, godly, super high capacity people stepping down makes me concerned. So if you could continue to think and pray with me, that would be great. Okay, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 6:30, and then we will be joining the Harvest Ridge Tonight gathering at 7:30. Blessings. Bye.